August isn't what you typically think of as tax time, but for lawmakers in the city of Oswego, anyway, it is. By law, you see, this is when the budget process happens, August. The mayor just unveiling his proposal for 2025. The council will take it up. They have to vote by the end of the month. The headline-grabbing piece may get people a little riled up who just simmering over rising assessments in the port city a few months back. Joining us now, Oswego Mayor Rob Corradino. He's going to break it all down for us here, make sense of it for us. Mayor, thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me, Jeff.
Let's get right to the first one. First things first. Your budget calls for a 5% tax increase. Now, after the citywide reassessment, many of those went up. This might seem like a double whammy to people, a really harsh one. So how are you trying to explain this to people, what it actually really means to their bottom line, their wallet, their pocketbook?
Well, first of all, as you mentioned, the assessment project just completed, and not all assessments went up for 2025. In fact, 25% of the people went down, 25% stayed about the same, and about 50% did increase. So not everyone is going to see an increase. But again, the budget was in a deficit situation. So when I received the budget, it was basically at $10.01 was the current budget from last year, and I'm really only raising it to $10.51.
Oh.
So we're just trying to make it fair and equitable for everybody.
So that 5% is kind of like balanced out by some of those assessments then, right? Is that a fair way to simplify it, I guess?
Yeah.
So people just hear that 5% and like the alarm bells go off like, ah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, that's correct. Because of the new assessments, really, for 2025, the total of taxable property in the city of Oswego actually increased from $853 million to $1.3 billion, which helped keep the tax increase to only 5%. And again, that tax increase only went from $10.01 to $10.51. So it was only 5% or 50 cents per thousand.
Okay, so on a, I don't know, let's say like what, like $120,000, $125,000 house, you're maybe seeing your tax bill go up about 50, 60 bucks. Is that close?
Yeah, actually, yeah, we did some math recently, and a house that was assessed for $80,000 under last year's assessment, with the increase in the assessment, probably went up to about $122,000. They're going to see an increase of about $60.
Okay, that's a good explanation, and simple too. Why the increase, though? You kind of hinted at it a little bit, because this is the first one in nearly a decade. Why did you have to do it? You talked about the deficit, but where were we seeing that, and what would have been the alternative if you didn't?
Well, I will start that answer with a question. What did you buy 8 years ago that is the same price as it is now? With increases in sales tax revenue and reducing expenses over the last 8 years, we were able to provide 7 consecutive budgets with no tax increase. However, with increased costs for everything in the last 8 years, it's not reasonable to expect no tax increases to continue for another year. In 2025, we're seeing substantial increases in contractual obligations, debt service, insurance, healthcare, retirement, and fuel. Last year's budget was about $52 million, but we used about $4 million from the city savings account to keep the tax rate the same. And in the 2025 budget, we have about a $56 million budget, which means we're about $8 million, or at least started the budget process in about an $8 million shortfall.
So with all the working you did in this little tax increase here, you're basically able to keep everything essentially as is? I mean, no services are getting cut, nobody's losing jobs, anything like that?
No. I mean, when we first started this, you have to remember, when I saw an $8 million deficit, everything was on the table, cutting vehicles, cutting services, and also cutting employees. We cut, again, $7.4 million worth of expenses out of the budget. And at the last resort, it would have been employees. As it was, we did not fill several employees that are retiring at the end of the year. So in essence, we did make some personnel cuts. We just didn't, we did it in a humane way by not filling those retirement spots.
Quick yes or no, maybe. Sewer and water fees, are they going up, yes or no?
No, they are not.
Okay. Beautiful. Mayor Rob Corradino, I really appreciate your time. Still a proposal. Council's going to be working through this over the next few weeks. They'll vote at the end of August. We'll see exactly where they have it, but I'm guessing it's going to be pretty close. Thanks for your time, sir. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.